Welcome to another film breakdown. Duke Auburn, hell of a game by Duke, hell of a game by Auburn, an awesome college basketball game. Auburn is so talented. Duke has their signature win on the season. This film breakdown would have been out a couple days ago. I've been sick for the last 8 days. I'm finally well enough to where I can record and without coughing. I tried to record 2 days ago on Thursday and just kept coughing up a lung every time I tried to say more than one sentence. So we're better now. The breakdown will be out today on Saturday, and it's a hell of a game to break down. I am excited to talk about some Duke Auburn, two very talented teams in the country. And shout out to Isaiah Evans, man. Slim had an outstanding game. I jinxed the call. See, this is what makes Auburn scary. Just first play of the game is a miss, offensive rebound leads to a kick out dagger three. If you hear me say daggers, what I mean by that is a dagger three is when you get an offensive rebound and you kick it out for a three, that's a dagger three. If you're new to the video breakdowns. So there's a back door on Sion James, and it's just hard to guard, dude. It's hard to guard. The pace and speed that Auburn plays with is top tier. Like when Broom catches this, and look at him going downhill with a purpose right away for a dribble handoff action, and look at the cut and the speed by, I think that's Kelly, on this back door. I mean, just stops on a dime and goes immediately back door. But one thing that I would say as a defender is if you're on the naked side, I always say that's the naked side where it's just you and the guy you're guarding. When it's all that room over there, it's probably going to be a back door. When a post guy dribbles to you, it's back door. But it's easier said than done. I can say that all you want to, and Duke probably knows that. Sion probably knows that. But when you're in the action and you're going with against that speed, you're bound to make mistakes, and Duke made a mistake early. Great attack there by Flag for the and one. It's just very impressive part of his game is you see him and he seems like a little slender when going to the rim against other post players, but he just goes right through the big body and finishes. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. And then here's a little down screen on Knipple, and Kelly's momentum is taking him towards the Cameron Crazies, and it does not matter. I mean, he catches that going sideways, going horizontally from 30 feet out, and just hits the bottom of the net. The bottom of the net. Again, into the body. Thought there could have been a foul there. Nothing. Gets knocked out of his hands, and Duke doesn't score. But I'm going back to the beginning. Shire found something against Kansas with Knipple as the ball handler and Flag as the roller. Knipple had 8 assists against Kansas. I know he didn't shoot the ball well. I know. But him as a ball handler in the two-man game is good stuff for Duke because he gives it to the short roller, Flag, and then Flag is there to make a decision. Hey, do I go to the rim? Hey, do I dump it down? Hey, do I skip opposite? Because Flag is a hell of a passer too. So you give your best player decisions in this area of the court. Very good stuff by Shire. But he just comes up empty there. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. Stays Duke ball. Duke doesn't score, but it's good action. It's good action. And then here's Kelly again, just catching that momentum going towards half court, hand in his face, 30 feet out. Ooh, 13-2. And you're just, as a Duke fan, you're like, what just happened? Duke cannot come out to a fast start, it feels like, in any of the big games. Kansas, they're down double digits immediately. Auburn, they're down double digits immediately. But credit to this Duke team, man. They just battled back from being down double digits early. But I would like it for Duke to be up double digits before the first media timeout for once. Again, just a hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. And there's 2 of Knipple's 6 points. Like I said, quiet game offensively, scoring wise, but I thought he played okay. And then Cooper Flag, that is filthy. That's a pro move, a pro mid-range shot. Just catch, spin on the dime over the defender, creates so much separation just stopping. Look at that separation. Now, if we can figure out his three-point shooting would be great. Auburn, setback three out of, it's an Iverson cut. Broom isn't down there on the elbow like a normal Iverson cut. He's up top, but it doesn't matter. Auburn still runs an Iverson cut. And if somebody's asking, if you're watching this, you're like, what's an Iverson cut? Iverson cut is number 10 right here is going to beeline across, and Broom is supposed to be on that one elbow. So it's basically two post players on the elbows. The guard runs across straight, like you see number 10 doing, and then he catches and he goes. Why is it called an Iverson cut? Because it started with Allen Iverson with the Sixers. I mean, it's as simple as that. That's how they played to get Iverson the basketball. So it's called an Iverson cut. Auburn hits a three right there. Like they did, it seemed like every possession in the first half. This is really good stuff here by Duke. After a made basket, like this is what I call organized pickup. Auburn's thinking Duke's going to run a set or something, or maybe Malik Brown's going to come set a ball screen for Cooper Flag, something. Malik Brown sets a off-ball flare screen for Caleb Foster, and Caleb Foster's man, as you can see, never sees it coming. He is looking at Cooper Flag, worried about the space that if Cooper Flag drives by him, does he have to dig? So he's not looking to Caleb Foster. There it goes. Caleb Foster's guys hit by Malik Brown. Now Caleb Foster has a straight line drive to the rim. All because Cooper Flag attracts so many eyeballs every time he has the ball in his hand. Just staring at Flag, still looking at Flag, loses his man, downhill, layup. And shout out to Caleb Foster having 11 points off the bench, his best game this season for Duke. And look, if him coming off the bench is what's best for his confidence and best for Duke, then I'm a fan for it. So I was happy to see Foster have 11. And then here comes Mr. Slim Shady himself, Isaiah Evans. Bang. Shire runs this for his shooters. Saw it earlier this year for Knipple. Saw it plenty of times last year for Jared McCain. It's an X out, down screens for your guards. Foster setting a down screen for Mason Gillis. And Malawach is setting a down screen for Isaiah Evans. So they cross. Mason Gillis goes this way. Isaiah Evans goes this way. Confuses the defenders. And then Isaiah Evans gets a clear look at the rim. That's all he needs. Isaiah needs an inch of space, and he's going to pull. Maybe an inch is too kind. A centimeter of space, and that dude's pulling. Dribble handoff, reject screen, tough take by Caleb Foster. Two-man game. Foster makes the right decision, goes strong to the rim. Good stuff by number one. That's aggravating and unfortunate because Duke has a good defense possession here. Like Isaiah is playing two very well. Isaiah has great depth to where the roller rolls. Isaiah's there to bump him, and if it's a bounce pass, he could steal it. Flags dropping just enough, and also there to stop the ball handler. And then Knipple is in good space. Like he crowded the space, crowded the floor to where the guard had to pick the ball up. But reached in, shouldn't have reached in, just jump and get back. Because Foster got back to his guy and leads to a three-point play. But in terms of team defense, literally leading up to that shot, it was good defense by Duke on that possession. Just a bailout foul, and of course, that bailout foul turns into an and one. I mean, Bruce Pearl just gets his guys open. Unreal set. If you've watched these breakdowns, you know that I've talked about Duke struggling guard-to-guard switches, right? Well, Isaiah Evans and Con Knipple do an outstanding job of communicating, and they switch. Perfect. Beautiful. Duke's had trouble with that this season. Outstanding job by number 7 and Isaiah Evans, who I forgot his number right now, number 3. So now Duke does that well, but dribble handoff action, big guy goes down to set a down screen for a shooter. Isaiah doesn't stay attached to his guy because why would he be attached that far away from the ball, right? He's fine. Like normal defense, this is fine because, again, he's assuming that also 44 is rolling. So he's got to bump him like he did on the other side and then get back to this guy. But he is actually screening Isaiah Evans rather than coming to roll to the rim. And Isaiah, unfortunately, there's too much space between him and the guy he's guarding. So he's trying to recover, tries to cheat the screen, tries to go over top, leaves an open 3. That's just a really good set by Bruce Pearl. That's a very hard possession to guard there for Isaiah Evans. Any Duke guy guarding that would have given up the same thing. Again, right away, you see the X out, Tyrese Proctor this way, Isaiah Evans that way. Causes chaos, communication issue for Auburn, open 3 by Isaiah Evans. So one thing I love about Shire is when his shooter has the hot hand, he goes to him over and over again until you can stop it. I mean, I think it's back-to-back possessions or at least back-to-back makes. Isaiah coming down the court, X out action on down screens to give him open looks. And now Isaiah's feeling it, and Isaiah's not even over half court yet calling for the basketball. I love it. I love his demeanor. I love his confidence, and this is what makes Isaiah so special. Calling for it. Ball. Kemper does the right thing. Get downhill, right? Make the defense come in. Thought about throwing the lob. Auburn gets back, and then Isaiah still calling for the ball on the next screenshot. But Isaiah does an outstanding job of, okay, the paint is crowded. Let me retreat. He does. Isaiah moves well without the basketball, leads to an open 3. And that's a strong take by Broom right into the chest of Malawach. Then again, Isaiah Evans, baby Brandon, calling for the ball, moving without the basketball, calling for it, just hands ready. And then once that guy, number 13, gets in front of Isaiah, Isaiah puts his hands down to relocate. Relocates, hands are out, catch and shoot, let that thing fly. Great over the top look there by Cooper Flagg to Malik Brown. Malik Brown goes up strong, stays with it, tips it in. Could have been in the cylinder. Didn't matter. They didn't count that in the cylinder. Good play by Malik. And then Pettiford off the bench. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Microwave. This kid is a microwave off the bench for Auburn. I think, 22? Again, microwave. And look how fast this set is. Just look how fast Auburn gets into this. I just realized my fan is messing up. Oh, we're good. I got to go back farther. My fan was in my head there. Just elite stuff there about Auburn. I mean, fast pace, causes confusion, misdirection, leads to an open 3. Then you just got to box out. Auburn had, I think, 15 offensive rebounds. It led to 3s, and that was a 3-point play. Great defense there by Caleb Foster, forcing the first turnover of the game for Auburn. And how about Proctor? A little Proctor punch off of 1 foot, 2 hands. Good on-ball pressure by Foster, causes the turnover. A Proctor punch on the other end. My fan, holy crap. Okay. We're back. Duke out and running. Find the hot hand. Bang. Isaiah's already hit, 3 or 4 right now. Duke running in transition. It's a thing of beauty. They need to do it more. and finds the shooter, fills it up. What I like about this play too is Malik Brown's the one communicating. Malik Brown gets the offensive rebound. Malik Brown's running. Malik Brown points behind him. Hey, throw it to Isaiah. I'm going to set a screen. He sets a screen. Though there's not much contact, he gets in the way of the defender trying to close out on Isaiah and gives Isaiah an open look. That's what makes Malik Brown so underrated. Look at those hands. Just active hands, but it doesn't matter because Auburn hits tough ones, dude. That's good defense. That is a tough-ass shot. Turnover in transition. While I'm pausing this, important thing to note, Auburn scored 0 points in transition. Duke did a really good job stopping them, scoring easy ones in transition. And how about Caleb Foster? Like I said, 11 points off the bench, big three there, gives Duke a 4-point lead. Great defense possession by Duke. Get out and go. And then here's Slim again. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? That's 6 threes in the first half. Bench is filling it. Isaiah's filling it. Cameron's filling it. 18 points, 6 of 8 from 3. 7-point lead going into half after Duke was down 11 3 minutes into the game. And then here's just a Cooper Flag play. That is his move, right? Get separation, get enough separation where you can shoot over the top of a defender, bigger or small, because the fadeaway and his elevation, he can shoot over top of anybody. He can shoot over top of anybody. He gets to his bread and butter with the mid-range game, shoots over top a taller defender, but his elevation gets it right over. It's a good play. Good hands by Flag, and a great 2-on-1 here by Sion James and Connor Knippel. Leads to a 5-point possession for Duke. Sion takes a tough fall, but was okay. But I got to give Knippel flowers here also because, I mean, that is a great decisive pass in 2-on-1 against a quick team. What he did there seemed very easy, but he doesn't even take a step when he catches the ball because he knows Sion has the forward momentum. He throws it right back. Doesn't take a dribble. He takes a dribble right here. Everything's to shit in this 2-on-1. Everything's to shit. He just immediately throws it right back, and it's a dunk, 3-point play. Things turns into a 5-point possession for Duke. But a really underrated play there by Con Knippel and a great dunk by Sion James. And then the possession after, I can't speak today, the possession after is the lob to the big fella, man. So that is the 5-possession 5-play. I told you I can't speak. 5-point play possession for Duke. And then there's Flag doing what he does best. I need to get it together. Holy shit. Don't love that. That is what needs to come out of the playbook. Great job by Sion James of getting the offensive rebound here. And obviously it's not a play, but in terms of, shot selection, there's 6 on the clock. Cooper Flag's a 20% 3-point shooter. Don't pull this. Go just try and get to the paint and shoot a mid-range rather than a contested 3. But Sion, dude, I was going to say Duke's bench, but he started tonight. But Sion and Malik Brown, just invaluable role players. Got to get defensive rebounds. So that does not happen on the offensive rebounds. Like I said, Auburn had 15 offensive rebounds. Duke's up 12 right here. You got to get this rebound. You have all the momentum in the world right now in the game. Instead, an outstanding tip out by Auburn right to Pettiford, and he hits a 3 and cuts it to 9. And now it's a 9-point game when it should have been 12 at the minimum. Duke goes back, and even if they don't score, it's still a 12-point game. If they do score, it's 14, 15-point game. Instead, it's 9, and here we go again, Auburn with Pettiford, and just a shovel slip. And now it's a 7-point game. It was a 12-point game. Could have been up to 15. If you get a defense rebound, you don't. And now Auburn's on one of their Auburn runs. Just a really good play here and a good audible by Bruce Pearl of instead of Broom setting a ball screen, he's just going to slip. And Malik Brown is just too high on the left hip for Broom. Shovel pass right into his pocket and finishes. And here Broom sets the screen, and Pettiford just goes right by Malik Brown. And I'm not even sure how Cooper Flag does not block that. But you got two guys right there. Gets right by Cooper Flag, goes in. 7-point game. And now it's a 5-point game. And if you've heard me before, if you've watched these film breakdowns, I say like shot blocking is good, but then shot blocking also is a mistake when you're over aggressive on a play like this. Even Jay Billis said it, like in the broadcast. Broom doesn't need to go over to Caleb Foster because whoever's guarding Caleb Foster right now has him dead to right to where Foster's going to put up a low percentage shot. He doesn't have the angle to the rim. He's going to have a low percentage shot. Broom now is going to go contest Caleb Foster, even though Foster's momentum is going to carry him outside the paint, but there's nobody behind Broom to box out Malik Brown. So all this has to happen is the ball needs to hit off the backboard like it does, or the rim, and Malik Brown's going to get the rebound. And that's what happens. Duke gets bailed out here because Auburn was too aggressive, and it leads to a dunk. And sometimes that has burned Duke with Malik Brown and Cooper Flag going for blocks on the backside when they shouldn't have because their player gets the offensive rebound and scores. Here it burns Auburn to give Duke a 7-point lead. Again, slip action, right to Broom, and Mason Gillis is just too late. And it's not even really Mason Gillis's help. Like Mason Gillis isn't help, so I guess it was his help, but just needs to get over a tad bit earlier into the body and one. But again, it's just a good set here by Bruce Pearl because Duke, I guess, ball screen coverage is being aggressive with the ball handler. And so Malik Brown is higher up on the hip of Broom than normal because Duke is blitzing or hard hedging a ball screen, and it burns Duke here. It leads to a slip and score 3-point play for Auburn. Again, same exact thing. Same exact thing. And Broom scores. Broom had 20, but he was 8 of 18, and 3 of his looks were right at the rim, uncontested. So Duke made him work his tail off for the rest of his points. Went a little too far back. Sorry, Mason. Now you're getting just a ricochet shot there on that replay. But here it is. Hard hedging, or trapping the ball screen, and Flag is too high up. Isaiah maybe should be more middle, but if he is, Kelly's hit 2 30-footers, so Kelly's going to pull that three, so Slim can't really do anything right there. It's more just spacing was great for Auburn, and it was too much spacing for Duke's defense. Again, Knipple, ball handler, Flag, short roller, makes a good decision out of it. Great ball fake by Proctor, and Proctor just has hit big shots for Duke this season. None bigger than the one that's coming up. And then that Dan Pettiford, dude, just a microwave score. Then a tough take there by Cooper Flag. Quicker guard on him. I was nervous when this happened live. I was like, oh boy, this is a turnover. Cooper Flag had 0 turnovers in this game. Pettiford beats him to the spot, but he goes right through smaller body and one. And just a great play. All Duke fans loved it, but no other Duke fan loved it more than Manny Diaz right there. Just, I love that, baby. Manny Diaz is so Duke. It's unbelievable. Again, Duke is causing chaos, trying to cause chaos on any ball screen or handoff actions. So it's burned them right on the slips. We saw the slips here, setting the ball screen, passing, going to screen. down. Malik Brown and Tyrese Proctor are on the ball together, trapping the ball. Malik Brown retreats back, but gets caught scrambling. Auburn hits a three. So Duke's aggressiveness defensively can kill teams, but also can burn you. And it burned Duke a few times against Auburn. And then flag, just I don't even have words for that one. That is unbelievable. Came up limping. I assume he was cramping. He stayed in the game, but just a tough play. Great play there by Sion James. That teardrop floater was nuts. And then play of the game for Duke, Tyrese Proctor stepping into one from Alamance County, hits it, and look at the guy underneath the goal. Manny Diaz again himself. Celebrate, baby. Celebrate, Manny. Manny being Manny. Manny being Manny. Just three-pointer. Manny Diaz already standing up. Loves it. I guess they're going to show it one more time. I did not know that was going to happen. Duke fans, enjoy it one more time. Auburn fans, I'm sorry. Again, Duke got a rebound. And then extracurriculars happen right there. I'll just fast forward. Tyrese Proctor one-on-one. Mid-range Tyrese Proctor, baby. He's back. He's back. Shire lets Tyrese Proctor go one-on-one with this guy. Duke tried to get Broom in this action of a one-on-one, but Broom stayed with. Auburn did not switch this. Duke tried to get Broom out there. Auburn does a good job. And Malik Brown slips, so it also helps Broom to get back out of there. But I think Duke was trying to go for the mismatch of Broom on Tyrese Proctor on the perimeter. Proctor still does what he needs to do and scores it. Duke's 5-out action, back door. The look that Duke needed, Duke wanted, right? Against Arizona, Duke killed Arizona in the 5-out action, as we have documented on here. Here it is again, 5-out action. Remember, during the very beginning of the game, Sion James got burnt, and I said when you're on the naked side, if a post player is dribbling to you, it's going to be back door. Well, that's what Duke did to Auburn right here. Burns Auburn. Back door. Post player dribbles to you, it's going to be a back door. Duke gets the look. Broom makes a hell of a play with the block. But that's the look Duke wanted. A layup around the rim. Broom just made a really good play. And then here's just chaos. 5-point game with a minute 30 to go. Great block by Sion and Cooper flag there. Auburn trying to get downhill. Duke does a good job of not fouling. Great defense by Khan. Scary. I was very worried about this possession. Just Duke looked uncomfortable here with a minute to go. Flag picking up his dribble right there. You never want to do that. And a bounce pass on the perimeter. If you know me, you know I hate bounce passes on the perimeter. Those lead to pick sixes. Luckily, Sion caught it. And then a very strong take by Concanipple to give Duke a 7-point lead with a minute to go. So it looked disastrous. I was watching that possession with my eyes closed. And then Concanipple just does what he's done all year, just bodying his way to the rim. Tough finish. Here's a really good play by Duke defensively. It's 32 seconds left. Duke's up 7. You don't want to give up threes, and inevitably Auburn's going to score. A team like this is always going to score in this type of situation because they're so desperate, and the defense does not want to foul. Up 7, don't want to stop the clock. So Auburn does score here, but look how much time runs off the clock. Duke does such a good job not fouling up 7 with 32 seconds left. Tries to get one. I mean, that's a clank, and offense rebounding here, giving up one is bound to happen because Duke has guys in the paint, right? But it was such a clink that the offense is always going to get that. So now you got to run and scramble, find somebody, scramble, keep scrambling. Way to make it difficult on Broom. Scramble, tough pass, and they score with 15.4 left. There's 32 seconds left. Now there's 15 seconds left, and you turn this game into a 5-point game. And so Duke goes 1 of 2 down at the free throw line, but you just wasted 17 seconds. So that's a really good defense possession by Duke, and it really helped them mathematically eliminate Auburn from winning the game on that one possession. And then there's a goaltend by Cooper Flagg. And that's it. Duke wins 84-78. But a lot of good things by Duke. I think Duke found something with Isaiah Evans, obviously. 18 points in the first half, 6 threes. I wish he would have played more in the second half. He came in, his first action in the first half was 12:30 to go in the first half. Second half, roughly the same time frame. But then he was subbed out with 10 minutes to go in the second half. If you're going to have him have a short lease in the second half, and he scored 18 in the first, I think you got to put him in at the under 16 timeout and let him go to the under 12 or to the 10-minute mark and, mix and match. But Shire said he's still trying to find rotations. What I do like with Duke, if Isaiah Evans is going to be this solidified scorer, is sharing the floor with Isaiah Evans and Con Knippel, because Con now doesn't have the workload of being the only shooter on the court. It is now Isaiah Evans who can light it up, who's a flamethrower. Knippel can get hot. Proctor's been Mr. Consistent. And then to go with Cooper Flagg and Malik Brown. So, or Sion James. It's just sky's the limit for this Duke offense. And Duke's defense is ahead of the offense, and that's perfectly fine. That's exactly where I want this team to be. When your defense is ahead of the offense this early in the season, and you just knocked off the number 2 team in the country who had the number 1 offense in the country, sky's the limit for this team. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you guys waiting on this delay. Like I said, I've been sick, but we will power through, and I will see you for the next Duke film breakdown.